5-1 victory against Valencia, probably one of the best performances by Real Madrid this season. What did you think about the performance?
It was all in all such an amazing performance, solid performance from the defense as well, and Kamavinga was absolutely sensational, I felt, and obviously our attack was on full force, and it was a delight for fans. Like, we as Indians, we are coming from we made such a long journey, so it was all worth it at the end, I would say.
Definitely 5 goals has to be worth it. What do you have to say about the performance?
Well, I think that it was a splendid performance for us. I think most of it was part because of the change in formation. We played in a more or less 4-3-3 rather than a diamond formation. And given that our so many main players such as Militao, Courtois and now Bellingham were injured, we did splendid. And Rudiger, who has been a wall, was suspended. So we even, given that, it was just amazing to see our team perform so well.
The fact that 5 goals, it was definitely a splendid performance. Now you said we played in a 4-3-3 because the absence of Jude Bellingham, and against Braga also Rodrigo and Vinicius found their goal scoring feat. They got their form back. Was the formation holding them back, the system, or is it just they are returning back to their form of old?
Yeah, I think their form, as it's popularly said that form is temporary, class is permanent. I believe that those players, they have that magic capabilities in them. So I think they are like those big game players, and whenever the team needs them, they show up, and that's all it counts, I would say.
I think it's a bit of both. Mainly, Rodrigo has sprung back to his old self, and Vinicius also has gained form after his injury. But I think that there is some portion of the formation as well, given that we played in 4-3-3 for more than 5 years now. Before even Vinicius, it was 4-3-3. But I think that Vinicius and Rodrigo are more settled in the 4-3-3 formation. But that doesn't mean that they would adapt to the diamond formation equally well. But I think that the 4-3-3 formation has an equal weightage given to the high-scoring matches, the last 2 matches. Yeah.
Definitely, I definitely agree to it. The fact that 4-3-3 has always been our style for a very, in the last decade, I would say, under Mourinho, Ancelotti, even Zidane. Coming back to the defense, as you mentioned, had a great performance defensively. Fran Garcia or Ferland Mendy, who's your preferred left back? Because both of them have been putting nice solid performances, but who do you prefer and why?
Personally, for me, I think Ferland Mendy is he has that physical aspect to his game, so I think that kind of can bother a lot of wingers. So I think in that respect he can cause those mental battles, winning those mental battles. So I think Ferland Mendy, and I think last few games as well, he has done good. So I feel in my preference, Ferland Mendy should be the preferred choice. Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
I think there should be a healthy balance between both of them. Both of them should be given an equal run of fixtures. I believe that Fran Garcia has a huge upside because of his pace and all-round work, as we have seen previously in Rayo Vallecano as well. I think that he needs a little bit time to settle, and after a while, Ferland Mendy can play matches, but I think the ultimate goal should be to prepare Fran Garcia to be a starter, irrespective of if Alphonso Davies is a target or not.
Okay, that's a big statement, irrespective if Alphonso Davies a target or not. But yes, definitely there have been a lot of rumors linking him to us. Shifting from left back to right back, banger, a golazo by Dani Carvajal, and he's been finally, showing the traces of the Carvajal of old. How good was he today?
Well, I think his gluten-free diet is working splendidly. I think that he is doing really well, and I had my doubts. I wouldn't say that, because going into the season with Carvajal and Lucas Vazquez, who isn't even a right back, if we have to say, I was worried. But his performances, he has to be the player of the season if we keep Jude Bellingham aside, because he has been giving splendid performances in attack as well as defense, and a leader in the pitch. So I think that he has been just amazing this season. Yeah.
Leader on the pitch, getting defensive and offensive performances. How mesmerized were you by Dani Carvajal today?
Absolutely. I think the last few games, the whole season, this season, there was he's just rejuvenated. Last season, I felt like he was lacking a few bits in defense and even attacking wise. I didn't feel like he was to the par, but this season I feel he has improved. Like, he took the criticism well, and like that's what you want your players to take feedback and improve on that and come back even stronger. So Carvajal has improved a lot, and we feel that the right back should be cemented if he keeps giving us these kind of performances.
Definitely, the position should be cemented, and the fact that the gluten-free diet is working. It's not like we are promoting a gluten-free diet, but our captain, he's showing, one of our captains, he's showing that it can work. Before you guys go, last question: who was your man of the match against Valencia, and why?
For me, it was Kamavinga, because like he is like the sink which he has in the mid and defense. Like, he's so good physically, and the range of passing he has, and also like, he does all the dirty work. Like, nobody like in football, it's like most strikers and wingers, they get all the praise, but that's the kind of dirty work you want your midfielders to be doing, to have like consistency in your season and to ultimately win the title.
Definitely, man. Definitely, you need that consistency and do the dirty work. And is there anything that Kamavinga cannot do? He can play defensive midfield, attacking midfield, left back. He can be a physiotherapist, team doctor, maybe future president. You don't know, but he's Kamavinga. What about you?
Well, as we know that Rodrigo is the man of the match officially, but I think that Vinicius and Camavinga were amazing today. Camavinga in certain aspects was taking up the Jude Bellingham role, going into the box and attacking. And Vinicius as well. Vinicius has improved his crossings so much that I was impressed. And I think that Vinicius and Camavinga have an equal call to be a man of the match along with Rodrigo.
Definitely. Great team performances. It's always unfair to choose one of them as the official man of the match, but definitely great insight on your preference. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining us and talking to Let's Be Real.